Hello everyone, and welcome back to a new episode of Prismata. Oh, we have a platinum ticket. Alright, well we'll use that then. Let's see what's on TV. Punt versus the Trump Wall, a bullet game between two very highly ranked players. I didn't know either of them was ranked quite this highly. Like, I knew they were both definitely better than me, but okay. Way better than me. I assume this is like a high econ game, and the Trump Wall always goes high econ when possible. So like, I don't know. But also Brooder seems pretty good against that stuff. Oh my god, look at these guys go. Okay, so punt is... Oh, I was gonna say going for the Brooders, but I guess not. I guess he's skipping Omegas? I'm not sure why. I guess Omegas are not that great while you still have wild drones, because they don't get the absorb value and they're only mediocre value as attackers. Okay. And now that you're done at killing wild drones, now you pick up the Brooder and an Absorber. Alright, I think I like Punt's approach better. It's not what I would have done, but I think it's better. Actually, Trump Wall has way more attack. But I guess a lot less econ? Right, Punt went nuts and bought like most of the drones and all of the wilds. Whereas like the Trump Wall left several more drones. Doesn't seem like that big a difference though. You're gonna have to win with these frostbites, I feel like. Or else you're gonna just be losing on damage. I definitely like this Shredder. It does a good job of like providing non-prom soak. And soak is great here. Oh no, that freeze is awful! He just wanted to lose 2 matrices anyway, didn't he? Well, I guess maybe the frostbites were dying and that... Losing the energy matrices sort of gives the frostbites more value, because there are 3 health things for them to freeze. Uh-oh. It's looking pretty good for Punt, I think. Kill Shredders, right? Like, that's definitely correct. Alright, the opponent does it anyway. Maybe in Bullet it's not correct, because it costs your opponent clicks instead of you. Right, if you think your opponent will lose the Shredders anyway, you'd like them to spend some time clicking them, and not spend time doing it yourself. Oh, that looked like a breach? That's pretty cool. Still can't kill any Omegas, right? You can breach for drones, but... Yeah, I think the Omegas being more breach resistant is going to be pretty important. Although I guess I'm not sure. Why did we get... Oh, we're out of Shredders. That's why we got Splitters. Oh, look at that. Carefully arranging to over-defend by 5. Or to be breached by only 5, for only 5 to save the Omegas. Whew! It's exhausting just watching games like that. Alright, let's watch a little more reasonable game. Long queue today, huh? What is this? Crank it up to 11. Win a base plus 11 game. I guess I have that. I think it's happened like once or twice. A draw in ranked play mode. I got those several years ago, but have not gotten any in the... since the Steam release. So what is going on in this game? It seems like with Infusion Grid, both players are going relatively high econ, angling towards, I guess, Colossus and perhaps Shadowfang. I don't totally agree with this Antima, which is to say that I don't really agree with it at all. I don't know that you really want to be buying a bunch of NGs. Wow. What? The counter comet? Wait, this comet was bought last turn. It's only doing 4 damage. Oh my god, comet for Megatron. Okay. That doesn't strike me as an amazing thing to do, but that's how you get a Megadrone with just 1 Tarsier. Okay, that's kind of interesting. There is going to be a lot of damage incoming, however, from this much larger comet. Given that we're only attacking for 3 and doing no damage, the enemy is going to be attacking for like 26. It's going to be tough to soak that all just on the Colossus, you know? You clearly hold the Colossus. Oh boy. But on the other hand, like if we survive, we're way ahead on getting actual attack. And we have better tech. We can get more Colossuses more quickly, right? And we have a Megadrone. Maybe this is fine. Like, the enemy has a bunch of soak lying around, and that's, you know, good for them. Definitely a big advantage of Antima, but in the meantime, they have no attack, and we have 5. Maybe 7, depending on if you count these Tarsiers. Let's average, call it 6, right? And we can just sort of go back to building Colossuses now. The enemy won't be attacking for a while. Maybe you only get 1 or 2 more Colossuses before you want to switch to Chieftains. Yeah, if I had to guess, you get maybe 3 Colossuses. Oh, I guess you... Yeah, you don't have an Absorber right now, so you can't build a Colossus here. I was thinking you'd just go back to absorbing on grid, but you lost the grid to absorb on Colossus. Well, yeah, I think this was a correct set of purchases here. And then the NGs seem okay to give you a little bit of breathing room for the Colossus. Since the enemy's really only attacking for like 5, you maybe arguably didn't need more than 1 of these, but are there drones left? There are. You could consider getting just like 1 NG and a drone, because no, you lose 1 here and then you want to have 2 next turn, so you should buy 2. And then you can't afford drones, you might as well get the 3rd, I guess. Sort of insurance. But the enemy's only really attacking for 3 because the rhinos are out. So maybe we could have cut 1 of these NGs for a drone, or 2 of these NGs for a drone. I would really love to get another conduit. Don't want another blast forge. I think Chieftain is going to be amazing pretty soon. And trying to get Colossus plus wall is just pretty ambitious. Maybe they're actually planning Colossus Chieftain on the same turn. You don't see that too often, but that would be pretty cool. No. Hold back the Colossus. Even though the enemy is... Well, actually, wait. They held back a... They clicked the Colossus? Why? Alright, grid. Sure. I still don't know that I love this extra blast forge, but maybe it's fine. There is a lot of wall supply when you add in the infusion grids. And being able to buy chieftains as well will be nice. So maybe you could have a turn of like wall grid chieftain or something. Still, I would like to add another conduit at some point. Not too far in the future. I think a 4th Colossus is just too much. Wow, the enemy just, like, hates holding back attackers. I think you should hold back Colossus, but certainly that or Omega. Because holding the Colossus gives you, like, compared to absorbing on grid, gives you 4 health for free. But really it's like 7 health? 4 health and 3 tempo, right? Because you don't have to build so much attack. Or so much defense, you can build more attackers. Yeah, you definitely hold back a Colossus. There's no way the opponent is attacking for so little that you don't want one. Oh my god, can we get a Chieftain now, please? I guess grids are good. I don't know. This Colossus worries me. I just think it's too much. It's probably going to be okay since we're a fair bit ahead in damage. But... like, if we could get... well, I don't know. On the other hand, we're kind of wasting red. Yeah, this 3rd blue is just sort of an imposition. Maybe the Colossus is a good way to spend the red on something that's sort of defense and sort of offense. But oh man, grid. I wish I could get out a Chieftain, please. Oh well. M. Quander, a strong player. Finally a match. 11 minutes in queue. Almost 12. Base +5. What is going on here? It seems like Manticores and grids are the way to go here, and you'll want, like, red eventually. I'd like to get Manticore, like, sort of straight away. I don't think I want a 3rd engineer, because Manticore is like a reasonable economical option. So even though Infusion Grid is defensive. Now I could pick this up, but I don't think that's a good idea. I don't know. So here's the thing, like, what exactly is a build that gets out Manticores conveniently? For player 2. As player 1, I just go DD, DDB, right? But, well, DD, DD, DDB. My opponent's not doing that. And I don't quite know the right way to do it here. So it's conceivable I could mix in Immobile Animus. But that leaves me with like $11, which is not what I want at all. So what if I did something crazy like this? Is this any good? It doesn't seem very good. I think I just do this and float some money. Maybe I should have gotten a conduit, but I don't think I really want green here. So now I want to buy a splitter and a blast forge next turn. That's 11. I have 6 left for 2 drones. Sure. Although my opponent committing to red first means they're going to have actual attack, so I kind of don't mind keeping a grid next turn, or getting a grid instead of the Manticore, which means I could like add this in and start building some Tarsiers, maybe, or Bites, just like a little bit here and there. So next turn we could build like Tarsier Grid Blast Forge. That seems okay. I mean, Tarsiers are sort of like not really fitting in with the Manticore thing. But I think that this is fine. Right, like You know what? I'm gonna get a bite and a drone instead. I can get a Tarsier later. I don't know, bite kind of sucks against grids. I think I just want a Tarsier. No, it's gonna get such awful value when I build my Manticore, is when it arrives. So it won't do any damage. It's like a build time 3 Tarsier. At least a bite does something. So now I have like 2 blue and 1 red to spend every turn. That's around 16 drones, which is what I have right now. So I don't want to add a bunch more. Actually, I have more money because of this Manticore. So I can get another mobile animus, which I'll just click after I'm done building red stuff. And having a mobile animus around, like, I don't know, it'll mean I can click grids for granularity, which is kind of cool. If I need to. I definitely feel like my opponent has more attack than I do, and sort of more econ as well. So what is my advantage? Like, I have this Frostbite, and I have a Manticore that can be an econ unit for a little while. Probably just like 1 turn, if I'm honest. It'll start attacking after that. Should this be a grid or something, maybe? Because I kind of want some more NGs. Yeah, maybe, if I just attack for 2 next turn, I could maybe make this into another Manticore, but I don't really want that. I just want more attackers. Basically, I'm selling back these already. Maybe I can keep 1. And then we attack him for 5 next turn. Right? Like, I don't know, how crazy is this? I don't want much red anymore, and I want another attacker, so there. Fine. I just wanted it for a little while I had extra income from the Manticore. And actually, economically, my opponent is not really so far ahead. He has 2 extra drones, basically, those Auric Impulses. But in terms of attack, I'm not really sure. So I kind of need a wall here, right? It's probably past Tarsier time. We just get a Rhino. I would like to get a grid, but I think a splitter is probably more important. Maybe it's not. I have walls. I think I'd rather build an attacker and then next turn build some walls than build a grid now. This Frostbite is kind of interesting because all it's really doing is stopping my opponent from building a wall, making a wall worse. Like right now, if I want, I can freeze that wall and make my opponent lose a Rhino that still has stamina, which is pretty cool. Although I have to attack with everything to do it, which is a bit rough. Right. This attack makes my opponent attacking for just 8. Or they could absorb onto Rhino, I guess. So maybe I can try something like this to make that not so great. And then when they just attack for 8, it's 3. I lose my own Rhino here. Maybe this is not so amazing. But it's the only value the Frostbite's likely to get anytime soon. I think this is alright. Maybe I was a wimp to hold the drone back. Yikes. My opponent's actually able to keep building Tarsiers and Manticores, which worries me. They have either 9 or 7, both of which are fine, so I don't need any granularity here. Likewise, this turn they have either 11 or 9, so I don't... I kind of need a little granularity, don't I? Because those numbers both exploit me. This splitter is so ambitious. Maybe it should have been a grid. I don't know. They are buying a lot of grids. Those are a good unit. Oh, and all these Frostbites are absolutely evil. I don't know how I'm supposed to live through this. Actually, I'm like just dead now? Basically? Yeah. Well, it does seem pretty bad, doesn't it? I don't really have much choice except to let them reach for all the Tarsiers if they want. Okay. I mean, I think it's gonna lose, but I'm somewhat breach resistant, so let's just roll with it. Okay, the opponent's attacking for more, and has more econ, and is breaching me, so I guess we can give up here. So, I didn't really get a lot of value out of this whole Manticore business. I had a pretty inefficient opening that floated a lot of gold for a while and then eventually bought a drone with it. And I got this Manticore, which was a drone, was drones for a little while and then an attacker, and so that was cool. But I didn't really get enough of what I said was the efficient attacker in this set, Tarsiers, right? I committed to so much blue that I was building... Well... I had all this blue, and I was using it to build splitters. But maybe, like, say, I don't know. The problem was I never really had 2 blue that I could just, like, dump into a Manticore and build more red stuff. The one time that I built 2 splitters, I didn't have a Manticore. Like, I couldn't have built a Manticore because I had no splitters. So I don't know. Too little red, and also, like... Basically, too little of all the red things, and too much blue. So when did my opponent add the second Blast Forge? On turn 9. Whereas I had mine on turn 5. It was kind of a big imposition. And... my opponent basically just went through all the Tarsiers until there were none left. But, like, that doesn't feel like really what the problem was. Like, yes, Tarsiers are efficient. But, like, Steel Splitters are not substantially worse if you have the tech. And it was not, I think, so wrong for me to get the tech, because Manticores and grids. Like, just a slightly wrong economy size, or building the wrong things with my tech, like... I don't know. I could have gotten Frostbites, but they weren't actually good against my opponent, really. It takes 2 Frostbites to kill a grid. I don't know, maybe that's actually... I mean, it doesn't kill the grid, obviously, but it chills it, so you can get to Tarsiers. Which is sort of... like, he has all these Tarsiers, he's quite breach vulnerable, but I never really had enough attack that I... Like, okay, I could have not built Rhinos and built Frostbites instead, and then if I'd done that, maybe I could have kept the second mobile Animus and be building 2 per turn. Fine. The Frostbites are doing more, quote, damage than Rhinos, right? It costs like $4 to basically nullify an infusion grid, whereas a Rhino costs 5 to deal 2 damage, nullifying like a Rhino. But these Rhinos were also giving me health, which I sort of needed, right? This Rhino train was pretty important. I don't think I could have just done what I did, but get Frostbites instead of Rhinos. I don't think that would have worked. Is it a 3rd engineer set? Maybe it just is. Like getting, I don't know. I've talked about this a number of times. Like, I know MSven, at least, when it's a high econ set but there's Manticore, usually prefers, like, don't go 3rd Engie, just build your econ out of Manticores instead. And, like, on occasion I do that and it works, but usually I do that and it doesn't work, and I think I must just be doing it wrong, or maybe I'm misunderstanding, like, when you're supposed to do it. I don't know. Here it didn't really work out that well. Like, I got the same number of drones as my opponent, more or less. But maybe the problem is just, like, I didn't get red first. Tarsiers are good and you should build them. Doesn't seem true to me. But, like, he went high econ, or he went 3rd Engie, and only actually spent 1 turn of spending 3 energy. And then, like, finally here on turn 7, he also spent 3 energy. Like, is that really so amazing? It doesn't seem like it made a huge difference to me. But maybe it did? And then here he cut some drones, and like... I don't know. I don't get it. Like, I was clearly behind all game, but I don't really understand why. I think just, like... building blue stuff is not as good at attack as red stuff, and I didn't buy enough grids, but I don't understand what I could have done to change that. What I should have done instead. Oh well. That one took a half hour, so I guess... Well, we spent 11 minutes in queue, but still, the video is half an hour long, so I guess we will end it here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.